Very good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on The Big Story. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Scathing statement coming from Rahul Gandhi earlier today, blaming the Prime Minister directly for not taking a leadership position in managing COVID in the country. In the most direct attack over centre's COVID management policy, Rahul Gandhi says that the centre is responsible for the second wave. He says that Prime Minister's theatrics is behind the second wave, and also added that if centre did not immediately rehaul its vaccine policy, then many more waves, multiple waves will come and many more lives will be lost. He also said that the death toll, the death rate quoted by the Government of India is a lie and there are huge discrepancies. The centre must come clean and tell the truth to the country about the death toll. So those are some of the points made by Rahul Gandhi earlier today, addressing the media.
ये जो सेकंड वेव है, ये प्रधानमंत्री की जिम्मेदारी है। प्रधानमंत्री ने जो नौटंकी की, प्रधानमंत्री ने जो अपनी जिम्मेदारी पूरी नहीं की, इसका कारण सेकंड वेव। अगर इस रेट पे वैक्सीनेशन चलता गया तो थर्ड वेव आएगी, फोर्थ वेव आएगी, फिफ्थ वेव आएगी। क्यों आएगी? क्योंकि आपका वायरस बदल जाएगा, म्यूटेट कर जाएगा। तो फिर से मैं दोहरा रहा हूं, वैक्सीनेशन स्ट्रेटजी के बारे में सोचिए। और जो झूठ बोला जा रहा है, और मैं क्लियरली बता रहा हूं कि जो हमारी डेथ रेट है वो झूठ है, और सरकार इस झूठ को फैला रही है। ये झूठ फैलाने का समय नहीं है। अगर हमें कोरोना से लड़ना है तो हमें सच्चाई समझनी पड़ेगी और सरकार को सच्चाई बतानी चाहिए। राजनीतिक मामला नहीं है, हिंदुस्तान के भविष्य का मामला है। हमारे लोगों की जान बचाने का मामला है।
BJP has responded to the Congress bobs, with Union Minister Prakash Javadekar slamming Rahul Gandhi for using the word nautanki for the Prime Minister. He added that the Congress's call for mass vaccination is hypocritical, as the party initially doubted the efficacy of Covaxin.
प्रधानमंत्री देश की पूरी जनता के साथ कोविड का सामना कर रहे, तब ये नौटंकी शब्द का उपयोग करते हैं ऐसे प्रयासों का, ये देश का और जनता का अपमान है। एक बताना चाहूंगा, हम उनकी नौटंकी ऐसा शब्द नहीं यूज करेंगे क्योंकि उनकी नौटंकी जनता ने कब की बंद कर दी है। उनका मुख्य मुद्दा था कि वैक्सीन देना ही उपाय है। अरे यही तो पहले दिन से हम कह रहे हैं और प्रयास कर रहे हैं। तो ये जब कोवैक्सीन आई तो कांग्रेस वाले क्या कर रहे थे? उस पर आशंकाएं तैयार कर रहे थे, चैलेंज दे रहे थे।
All right, let me go across to Pallavi Sharma, spokesperson of the Congress Party, joining me on the phone line. Pallavi, we played out, of course, both the leaders, Rahul Gandhi's statement first and then Prakash Javadekar now coming out to defend Prime Minister Modi. One of the things that he's saying right now is that the Congress rule states are behind in implementing the vaccines, or in rather administering the vaccines that are given to them. And of course, we know that BJP has been quoting the Chhattisgarh example. But the minister is also now saying that everybody will be vaccinated by December. And initially, it was the Congress party that actually added to the vaccine hesitancy, because of which the procurement was also slowed down.
See, first and foremost, let me be very clear. I think the puppets of BJP like Mr. Prakash Javadekar or, few other leaders of the BJP or union ministers will come out in defense of the Prime Minister. This needs to stop now categorically. The Prime Minister needs to come forward. What did we hear from the Prime Minister back in 2014 when he wanted to be elected? 56 inch chhati, right? 56-inch chest. Where is that 56-inch chest? He can't address a press conference even in this hour of grief when the entire country is amidst a pandemic and is amidst the biggest hour of grief that this country has seen since independence. The Prime Minister can't come forward and address the questions of the people of this country even now. So if it's not Notanki when he cries, giving solo speeches, what else will the people call it? People are now, this has gone way beyond, let me put this on record, this has gone way beyond people fighting for beds, people fighting for oxygen cylinders, people fighting for vaccines. This has now come to people fighting for places in Shamshan Ghat and graveyards now. Now, this is where we are at. If the Prime Minister cannot take responsibility, cannot take accountability even now, I think there is nothing more shameful than that. The Congress party is only seeking that the Prime Minister come out and take full accountability for where he has landed the country in. What is wrong in that? Please tell me where has Rahul Gandhi, flawed, or what is he seeking which is against the needs of the people of this country? Every day you'll see what people are making requests on Twitter, on social media platforms, and this government has the audacity now to go against those social media platforms also. You first abandon the people of this country. The people seek refuge on social media platforms. Now you're going against those social media platforms. What do you want? You want the people of this country to just die? So the Congress party is only seeking that. And
right, okay, let me put that to Mr. Deshratan Nigam, who's also with us. Mr. Nigam, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Sure, Pallavi, just coming back to you. Mr. Nigam, you heard what Rahul Gandhi had to say, and a couple of points that the Congress leader makes is something that everyone is asking right now, and the primary one among them is, where are the vaccines? Now, for a leader like Narendra Modi, who the BJP, of course, on many occasions have called the most decisive leader when it came to demonetization, GST, striking down obsolete laws like the Triple Talaq, he showed that decisiveness, that single-minded determination to get things done. Where is that decisiveness, that decisive leader now, Mr. Nigam? Why don't we have enough vaccines? Why only 3% of our population is vaccinated? And Mr. Gandhi is probably not wrong when he says that at this rate, there will be more waves. How many more times will we allow the virus to mutate?
I think the Prime Minister is as decisive and as responsible and accountable as he always was. Now, so far as vaccine is concerned, not 3%, about 4% people, both the doses have taken, and then 15% the single dose has been given. And right now, the vaccine is in shortage all over the world.
Nigam? Is that good enough?
No. See, all over the world, no country in the world is happy with their own vaccination space, because vaccine is in short supply all over the world. Even America has not been able to vaccinate its entire population, and they think they can be able to do it by early next year. Even today in India, the entire emphasis of the government is to ramp up production. In fact, they have allowed Sputnik. They are also fast-tracking other, vaccines. They have also, in fact, tied up with PSUs. Covaxin has tied up with 3 PSUs to give 10 crore vaccine. So by the end of December, January, we should be able to vaccinate the entire population. And that is what, in fact, the countries with 1/3 of population are also trying to achieve that kind of time limit. So therefore, I think we are on the right path, and the vaccine, there is a vaccine shortage. And if you recall, the states wanted to have a decentralized vaccine policy. They wanted to procure on their own. And the center said, you won't be able to, because vaccines are in short supply.
No, because, Mr. Nigam, if you just look at the maths, and we have the figures which is out there in public domain, and these are figures quoted by Government of India. What's the manufacturing capacity of Covishield? Currently 6.5. A projected capacity 11 crore. What is the manufacturing capacity of Covaxin? The total doses that can be manufactured between now and December at this rate, at the current rate, is 7.5 crores. So going by that figure, how are we going to manage to vaccinate the whole of the country of 135 crore people, the adult population, of course, not the rest of them? How will we cover this? It's just not adding up going by the figures.
So it will not add up, because you are on illogical for this thing on current, but you're not going into the projected. What the government of India is saying, 200 crores vaccine by December. Please remember, and they have given the entire chart and the entire flow chart and everything, how it is going to be done. At current rate, obviously you can't. But if you look at the projected, how they are allowing other vaccines to come in, and the trials that have been done away with, and the Sputnik Light, which is coming, which is also being fast-tracked for approval, which is a single-dose vaccine. And 20 crore people have been already given first shot. Please remember that. So at current rate, obviously nobody is saying, but the government is wrapping up its production and they have a dynamic plan based on the international guidelines and the COVID task force which is there. So therefore, and at the same time, what Rahul Gandhi says that Mr. Modi has not understood the COVID. Nobody in the world has been able to understand this virus, not a single country. This Chinese virus has been behaving in a manner which has taken everybody by surprise.
But everybody has been able to understand that
let
vaccination
me-
is something which is in your hands.
Yes.
The way the virus
Yes,
is
that-
behaving is
please
not in
allow
your
me.
hands, sir.
Please
But
allow me.
vaccination
Please
is
allow
very
me.
much in your hands, and
Please-
somewhere
please,
we have
please allow
faltered in
me,
it.
Please. No, please allow me. Vaccine was always in a short supply, then the raw materials were
Sure, sir.
stopped. Please understand that. And in the Western countries, if you look at the European countries chart, they will be going in 2022-23. They'll be able to vaccinate their population because vaccine is in short supply. India is in a far superior position so far as vaccination drive is concerned. And the way the speed is going on, still it is going on very fast compared to the world. And let me tell you, Mr. Gandhi himself said, it's an evolving disease. How can somebody understand in advance an evolving disease? And the mutants are changing, the variants are changing. Therefore, even the
No,
vaccines
that nobody is
efficacy has to
disputing.
be-
It is evolving,
No,
it is
please.
mutating, and there are theories changing about the behavior of the virus, sir. No one is disputing that. All we are questioning is on the vaccination process. Pallavi Sharma of the Congress is also with us. Pallavi, on one issue, I must ask you that, when it comes to implementation and consumption of the vaccines, the states have a big role to play. So, it would be perhaps fair to also understand that in the initial stages, when the consumption was poor, when there was vaccine hesitancy, the center was guided by those figures of consumption to make further orders. And therefore, this has also set us back to a great extent today, Ms. Sharma.
You made a very valid point, and I'll respond to it very specifically. But first, it's abysmal the way Mr. Nigam, being a lawyer, is responding on national television. He's actually coming and saying that there has always been vaccine shortage. What is he talking about on national television? India was manufacturing these vaccines. We were the manufacturer of these vaccines. We've exported. Our Prime Minister was so careless that in the beginning he exported somewhere around 6 crore doses. So what is he talking about, the shortage of vaccines? I don't understand. The shortage of vaccines we've been facing now because the Prime Minister couldn't make a policy decision.
No, he is saying that the projected manufacturing capacity, with the projected capacity, we will cover everyone by December. So don't go by the current manufacturing capacity. That's what he's saying. And also there will be more vaccines introduced, which we don't know. As of now, the official approval hasn't come. But there is, of course, a single dose Covaxin and a Sputnik on the pipeline. So when all of this comes in and the projected capacity works out, we will cover by December. That's the optimistic view coming from Mr. Nigam. Go ahead.
Point, because he made his point very clearly. First point. Second point, he was talking about Sputnik and everybody being allowed. The government cannot even open compulsory licensing. Dr. Manmohan Singh has gone on record repeatedly to say that please open compulsory licensing so that the manufacturing of these vaccines can increase, the production can increase. The government will not even do that for some reason. Now Mr. Nigam is also talking about Sputnik. Remember, Pfizer was one of the first companies that made a bid in India that pleaded with the union government to allow for its vaccine to start, and that time the union government was reluctant. The Congress party, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, had then also gone on record and said that please allow foreign vaccine manufacturers to come to India, but this government was reluctant. Now, when it's facing a shortage, it decided that, okay, now Sputnik can come, the Russian vaccine, Sputnik can come and, they can start giving their doses here. Earlier, they had stopped that also. So this government has basically suffered a policy lapse. I think the Prime Minister, to accept accountability, it will help him a great deal. It will help this country a great deal. The Prime Minister must come forward and accept his accountability,
Yes,
take accountability
right.
and accept his responsibility. That's all we are saying.
No, we are, of course, questioning that as well. And the issue is there are major discrepancies and problems with the procurement policy. The states are not able to procure on their own. I'm afraid I've run out of time. Mr. Nigam and Pallavi, thank you so much for joining us on the discussion on the vaccine policy. Let's take a short break here. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay with us.